Yes, FDL, it is time to start week 3. We are starting with the Origin League. I cannot wait for this one. It's Rhino Boy back on the cast, joined by my best friend in the FDL, that is Cap, but it's all the same to me. KJ, how are you, my friend?
Man, that hurts. That really hurts. I really thought that I had like a special place in your heart. No,
You
I'm just
do,
kidding.
you do.
Hey, I am more than honored to be back here with you, Rhino. I
Oh,
thoroughly enjoy every time you and I are in a casting booth, and I know a lot of people out there in the FDL community enjoy it as well.
mm.
Yeah, I'm doing very well. I'm excited to get this Origin League matchup between the Griffins and the Dragons. Should be a fun one and should be definitely interesting.
Absolutely, really should be interesting. The Griffins coming in with a 2-0 record. They are unchanged in their lineup in the first 3 weeks, and we'll see if that continues. But the Dragons have made a change, KJ. They're bringing in Kamikaze Mook instead of Silent. Do you think that will benefit them this week? They're obviously 1-1 in the season so far. Do you think they're going to be rocking that new lineup and looking to get the win, or do you think it's going to be tough for them?
I think it's going to be interesting because I mean the Griffins on the other hand are sending Senpai and Omen. That is the top lineup
Mm-hmm.
for the Griffins. So it'll be definitely interesting to see because we have not seen much of Kamikaze Mook.
Well,
So it'll be interesting to see if that that connection meshes well and they're able to find themselves in good places in this game.
Absolutely. And just talk to me briefly about the Griffins, right? They are 2-0 over the season. How impressed have you been with them so far?
I mean, any team. I mean, granted, everybody knows that I'm from the Eagles. Any team that starts out a season 2-0 is obviously off to a very good start for themselves. Obviously, the Griffins origin team is starting off 2-0, but the big question is, can they continue that, or will something give for them?
That is exactly what we're about to find out. Very bold play from Kamikaze Mook straight off the bat, trying to play the fake kickoff. Almost worked against him, but Omen now going to try and keep the pressure on the Dragons here. Senpai going to go up for this one. Good 50. Goes over to the side. Kimono going to try and bring this one away. It whiffs it on the air. Kamikaze is going to be able to bring this one away though. Look at the second shot. Everyone backs off a little bit though, so Senpai's going to be able to re-aggress for the Hydras. That's a shot, but Kimono with the great save. Omen, can he convert off the back wall to his teammate Senpai, who gets it over the top of Kamikaze? Makes it look easy, KJ.
Yeah, Dragons kind of gave way too much space there to the Griffins. Senpai and Omen able to get that passing play off. And, Dragons going to have to put a little bit more pressure out there, especially on the defensive side, to give themselves that offensive momentum.
Absolutely, Kamikaze almost missing kickoff again. It's going to work against him this time. Surely Omen misses wide right, and now it's an open net for the Dragons. Senpai is back in time to defend, but the Dragons here still have some very good pressure. They're trying to keep it in the Hydra's half right now. Omen's going to be able to bring this one away though. Maybe find his teammate, maybe go on his own. Kimono saves in the bottom right hand corner of his own net, and now he can bring it away. The Hydra's now trying to get this one away, alleviate some pressure that the Dragons are going to try and put on. Kamikaze tries to find his teammate in the middle, but hasn't got quite enough on that. So Senpai is going to be able to try and get this one on the wall. Does whiff, but that was tactical. That one wasn't though from Omen, and he hits it into his own net! Oh, Omen throwing straight off the bat. It's 1-1, KJ.
I hate to correct such a great caster, but this is not the Hydras. This is the Griffins.
Oh my goodness, my son.
And an unfortunate own goal from Omen there. Not really too much you could do. I just had to throw that one out there. I'm sorry, I got to throw you off your game a little bit.
You know what? Honestly, if you hadn't done, I would have called them the Hydras the entire game. That one's on me. Okay, the Griffins against the Dragons, ladies and gentlemen, as Omen brings this one away from his own net, trying to get it past Kimono here, and is quite able to get that 50 in the positive direction, but Kamikaze should be there to clear this one away. Senpai going to go back to his own net, and he's going to try and defend this one. Is able to do so. Kimono trying to keep on the pressure, wins that 50, and is able to keep pressure on the Griffins. He actually wins that one. Kimono going to go for the shot, and he scores for the Dragons! The Dragons take a 2-1 lead, and the Griffins are shell-shocked.
As soon as Omen hit that ball, Kimono just sat there. I knew exactly what was about to happen, and that is what we call an FTL Fennec moment, because he was able to get that ball popped and able to score an easy open net.
Very, very easy for Kimono, and now the Griffins on the back foot. They need to do something. A bump play attempted by Senpai, but he's not quite able to make that one stick. This one's going to go right into the middle of the goal. Can Omen read it as it comes down? He can, but Kimono's there with the save. And they seem to have all the answers right now, do the Dragons. Kamikaze going to be able to bring this one away into the corner. Omen needs to read this on the wall. He is going to be able to do so, but it only sends it back to Kimono one halfway, who goes for a little aerial, not quite on target. And Senpai can pick up the pieces, but Kimono is there again with the pressure, and he makes it stick again! Kimono hits it off the back wall, The Griffins cannot deal with this pressure, and suddenly the Dragons have a 3-1 lead on the half.
Hey, we talked at the beginning about whether this Dragons team was going to be able with the new change with Kamikaze and Kimono, and it seems to be working out for them really well. They have a 1 lead, but granted there is still 2:30 left. What a save! Oh my goodness!
Omen, that is potentially game saving right there, because a 4-1 lead for the Dragons right now would be seriously damaging to the Griffins, and it still might be as Kimono tries to find his teammate. Kamikaze is able to finish in the wide right hand side. And KJ, I have one question for you, and that is, where was Senpai?
Senpai actually went for the bump on the goal line, which I do like that play, but sometimes when you end up overcommitting, you really put yourself in a bad position for an easy counterattack. And that's exactly what the Dragons did, and what they have been trying to take advantage of a lot in this game.
So here's something that I've got to tell the community right now, right? The Griffins came in here 2-0 on the season, but not only that, they came in here 6-0 as far as games go. If they lose this game, that is their first single game of Rocket League that they will have lost as a team this season. But there is still a lot of Rocket League to be played in this one. 1:48. Omen going to try and reduce the deficit, going towards goal. Kimono misses that one. He whiffs it. 4-2. And there's a sign of life for the Griffins.
Yeah, and it's been a while since we actually saw it. We saw a quick goal by the Griffins, but then all of a sudden the Dragons came firing on all cylinders and scored 4 straight. So that's a good little bit of life that the Griffins need. Now it's a big question of whether they're going to be able to get back into this game.
Huge demo. Can they make the most of it? Omen. Gets murked by the duo out there. Kamikaze trying to bring this one forward. Is going to try and chip it over Omen. He's going to be able to, but Senpai's going to win that 50. He's now 1-on-1. Trying to get through on goal. Needs to play it over the top of Kamikaze. Is able to. Finds the left-hand side of the goal, and there's 1:22 for the Griffins to find another one. KJ, I can feel the momentum turning.
Yeah, there is definitely a momentum shift that just happened right there, especially with the Griffins able to get 2 goals in a row in such a short amount of time. We still got 1:22. Anything can definitely happen because, let's be honest, this is Origin League. This is where all the most amazing Rocket League action happens.
It actually is, yeah. 100% as Kamikaze now. Trying to bring this one forward. Gets over the top of both of them. It's a double commit coming out from the Griffins. Can he make the most of this? That's a great demo from Kimono. Gives himself the open net, and a little bit of maybe miscommunication, maybe something else, but maybe that's just a great read from Kimono.
Yeah, it was a great read to be able to figure out that one person was rotating back, but it was a little bit of a double commit, just a small one, not too much, but it was enough that the Dragons were able to capitalize on it and find themselves 5-3 under a minute, especially.
Omen without boost is going to think better of going up for that 50, but Senpai does have the boost and he takes this one forward. He's going to go up for this one against the Kimono again, trying to get the 50s. 40 seconds on the clock as Omen comes off the wall. No, he doesn't. Kamikaze's going to be able to bring this one away. Omen going to try and stop him in his tracks and is able to. Senpai thinking about going for that 50, not going to be able to, but Kimono is going to try and bring this one forward, keep the pressure on, and he does. That's an impressive 50 coming out from Kimono, and the Dragons continue their pressure. Can they capitalize off the back of this? Kimono looking for the shot. He wins that 50. It's a great demo from Senpai, though, to prevent them going further down. 18 seconds on the clock. The Griffins really need to do something here and now if it's going to be anything, but that's a great block on halfway, and we might be able to wrap this one up as Omen is going to try and bring this one forwards. Kimono just waits for him again. He's going to try and play it over the top of Senpai. Is able to in the left-hand post. 6-3. KJ, the Griffins have lost their first game of the season.
Yeah, and that's this Dragons team really came out firing on all cylinders in this one. It was a little bit of a rocky start, but these guys have absolutely shown us that this Origin Griffins team is definitely beatable. And they have definitely done it, and they've done one heck of a good job doing it.
They will not be invincible, that is for sure. GG's in the chat, and the Dragons are your winners of Game 1. This is a best of 5, though. Still plenty of games to be played. And what went wrong for the Griffins in that one, KJ?
So at the beginning, this Griffins team had all of the pressure. Dragons were being stifled and were sitting back too far, giving too much room. Once the Dragons started to take that room away, the Griffins just weren't able to get past them. The defense was just absolutely incredible. An unfortunate own goal by Omen definitely did not help that situation. But
Mm.
one of the things to definitely look at is both teams had approximately the same amount of pressure, especially when there was 7 shots put on net by both of them.
Hmm.
So it's not necessarily a thing of pressure. It's more so getting that extra touch to get it past the last defender. If the Dragons
Absolutely.
continue to do that, they will find themselves getting this series win. But the Griffins are definitely going to have something to say about it.
Oh, 100%. This series is not over by a long shot. Just a shout out to Kimono dropping a 9-8-2 on the scoreboard in that last game. That is some pretty big numbers, KJ.
Yeah, and Kimono definitely was a star on that one in that game. But let's not take Kamikaze out of this
Hmm.
because he was just as much of a player as what Kimono was.
Oh, absolutely. He was just as integral to that win. And will they get this one? We're back underway. Dragons, Griffins, game 2. Senpai going to try and prevent Kimono from putting on the pressure, which he has been so good at this series so far. And he is going to be able to alleviate some. It goes back beyond halfway. And now the Griffins look to aggress. Omen going to try and bring this one off the wall. Get it centered. Senpai's up in the air. He's not going to be able to read that one, though. Omen almost takes it away from him there. Maybe a miscommunication, as Kamikaze is going to be able to bring this one forward. Looking for the aerial, he's going to be able to find it, but Senpai's going to send this one back to halfway. Nice block from Kimono, but that's not going to prevent the pressure, as Omen once again sends this one into the middle, but that one's too high and a bit too far for his Griffins team. Omen, though, is able to keep it in that corner. Kimono going to try and stop that from happening. He is able to find his teammate Kamikaze, who goes for the shot. He's looking for the right-hand post. He doesn't find it, but he finds it on the second attempt. Kimono sets himself up for greatness.
Oh, and that gets set up even before that touch from Kamikaze because he was able to avoid the demo from Senpai. Senpai not able to get any contact. Kimono able to take that up the wall, get a nice pass, get the ball to your teammate as this is going to just roll right in. Oh my goodness. What is happening here?
That's a great question. Talk to me quickly about what this does to the mental of the Griffins, right? You haven't lost a game all season. You come into this one, it's not the Dragons A lineup, we know that. And they've lost a game, and they're 2-0 down in the second. What are their comms going to be like right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's all about making sure that those comms stay consistent because if not, I mean, your team is just going to fall apart. And if you want to be a leader and you want to find yourself in the best position to be able to do stuff, you're going to have to make sure you keep a level head. But as of right now, this Griffins team does not look level-headed.
They absolutely don't. Maybe a chance for Omen there to get that goal, but misses wide right, and he's trying to bring this one forwards now. Maybe flubs that one a little bit. Kamikaze's going to be able to get his demo. The Griffins trying to maintain some pressure, and that's another demo coming out from Senpai. He's padding those stats in this series for sure. But he's not quite padding his stats as far as goals go just yet. Omen trying to get this one forward. Senpai with another demo in the midfield. It just seems to be what he does now. Omen now trying to get it past Kimono. Kimono sits there and waits, as he has done so far this series. Senpai going to go for the shot, looking top left. Great save from Kamikaze. Can they make it stick? They can! They can! It's a scramble off the goal line, and the Dragons are able to bring this one forwards. Kamikaze now on the left-hand side, trying to get this one in towards his teammate, who isn't supporting him right now, and Senpai's going to be able to bring it out towards halfway, but Kimono is there with the block once again. I've said that far too many times in this series for my liking. There's Kamikaze now, trying to prevent the pressure coming in from the Griffins. Kimono thought about going for that, but thought better of it in the end. Senpai going to send this one towards goal, and it is going to find the bottom right-hand corner, and the Griffins do still have a say in this game, KJ.
Oh my goodness, when we say that Origin is high action, high drama, I don't like saying it like this, but man, this is looking like an elite game because the way these saves are going and everything else about it. I mean, these boys are really pouring their heart and soul. But Yeah, the big question is 2 minutes left. This is kind of where the Griffins started to falter last game. Can they keep this up?
They were at less of a deficit though, so that is important to remember as Kimono trying to increase the deficit that the Griffins are under. That's a great save from Omen, able to make the save at his right-hand post, and then a double save as well coming in as he manages to prevent Kamikaze from capitalizing on that one. Kimono is just getting every single block and 50 that he goes for this game, and that continues as the Dragons are able to keep the pressure on though. Senpai going to be able to change that tune just a little bit and send it towards the corner. Another demo for Senpai in this series continues to pad those stats as Senpai trying to get it back towards his teammate, but they are both over here. Senpai going to go for that 50. He's not going to win it. Kamikaze, can he make the most of this one? It does miss wide left, and Omen is backing goal, so I think this one goes away, Senpai. I'm going to look at his demo stats after this game because it must be absolutely ridiculous. Kimono, though, trying to look for the middle. Omen with a little bit of a bump in the midfield to prevent Kamikaze from getting a good run-up, and they are able to prevent a shot for now. Omen now going to send this one out towards the wide right. Kamikaze going to go up for this one. Is he? Yes, he is, but he's not quite going to get the 50. Omen looking for his teammate, but Senpai wasn't in position. Kamikaze going to be able to bring this one forwards, though. That was a lovely win from him, and he gets it in the middle of the goal. 3-1 to the Dragons. What a pinch from... I mean, pinches in the sense of he stole the ball rather than pinched it against the wall or a teammate, but lovely steal from Kamikaze.
Oh man, you English people. No. No, just an absolute, just a great play from Kamikaze. My goodness. This Dragons team is on fire. And when I say they're on fire, I mean they're breathing it. Holy smokes.
They absolutely are. I've got to say, the Griffins, their like nickname is the Griffins because they are aiming for so many demos, and Senpai is definitely taking that one to heart in this game. He is absolutely menacing the Dragons, but it is not putting them off. Dragons are only born in fire, folks, and that is exactly what we're seeing right now. Kimono trying to send this one into the ball to compile the misery onto the Griffins, but hang on a minute. Omen is able to score. There is 7 seconds on the clock. KJ, can they do it?
Anything can happen in a game of Rocket League. It doesn't matter if you're down by 3 goals. It doesn't matter if you're down by 1 goal. With under 10 seconds, a good kickoff, and a nice shot, you've got yourself a tie ball game.
Absolutely. Let's see if they do get the good kickoff. It's not good, but it's also not bad. Senpai going to try and keep this one in the air. No one's under it, though. The Dragons get the second game of the series, and KJ, we are 1 game away from the Griffins getting swept.
I mean, I don't think anybody thought that this was going to happen. I know I watched FDL Central. I really did, and I know all 3 members of that were on the panel picked the Griffins to win.
We sure did.
And
yeah.
If the Dragons do end up pulling this out, which I do believe that they can, but I also believe that the Griffins can definitely bring this one back. They seem to be overcommitting a lot, and I think that's what's hurting them because the Dragons are just more than comfortable once they get a lead, just clear that ball down the field, waste as much time, and make the Griffins come to them.
Absolutely, and it's very interesting to see. Also, we've got to talk about Kamikaze's performance in that last game, right? Dropping a 6-2-8, getting all 3 goals for his team. He looked great, and we have to remember that this is his first game of the series of the season. Sorry, not of the series. It's his first game of the season. He's not played in this league yet. This is his first game with Kimono on the Dragons. He's playing with 132 ping, and this man is still playing some incredible Rocket League.
He's absolutely destroying it out there on the field. I mean, my goodness, I don't even. I'll be honest. I don't even play that well sometimes. I mean, I'm lucky if I have over 200 points. This man's out here with 100+ ping, putting up 600 points. My goodness, can you please teach me how to play?
I would say you heard it here first, but we already knew that KJ got carried by Southpaw. That is common knowledge, folks, as we move into game 3. Kimono and Senpai going up for that one. Kamikaze going to try and get this one. He does beat Omen to the ball. Can Kimono keep the pressure on? He does get the read. He's trying to play it over Senpai, but that's a nice save from him. Senpai going to play this one onto the left-hand side. Kamikaze wants to get there and does. needs to win this one as well. Senpai gets another demo because it's just what he does. He's going up for this one. Actually, he's not. Psych. He's just going to try and play the numbers. He's going to go for another demo. He's able to get the bump onto Kamikaze. Not quite the demo that time. Not going to pad your stats with that one. And Kimono's just going to go up the other end and almost score. I've got to question the tactics here, KJ. Is going for just demos the best strategy here?
I really don't think it is, because it's and I know that, you know, bad words or sometimes mean bad things, but it is really biting this Griffins team in the ass. You know, going for those demos, going for those bumps. If your teammate does not have control of the ball, it's not a good idea, no matter who you are.
It really isn't, and we're seeing that comes to the fore right now. You know, Omen right there was trying to get back on defense, trying to get into position, but as soon as he tries to hit the ball away, you know, there's no one behind him because Senpai's gone for a demo halfway up the field. But is he going to go for a goal halfway up the field? He is. That's a great save from Kamikaze, adding to his stats as well. Omen goes for across the shot, acute angle goal, but isn't going to be able to find that one. The Dragon's able to bring this one away. Senpai whiffs on that one. Omen sees that one wide. And Kamikaze going for the top left-hand corner.
Oh!
Kamikaze! Please, can you keep those kind of plays in Expert League? What is that?
Oh my god! Wait, what?
Who saw that coming?
That was literally the epitome of what Origin League is. Absolutely amazing plays that literally come from out of nowhere. What a shot from Kamikaze move.
Lovely double tap against the back wall. The Griffins had absolutely no answer for it, and they may have absolutely no answer for this Dragons team as Kimono goes all the way through. Omen whips it on the corner. It's 3-0. Could we see the series being that as well?
I have no idea. Like, I have no word for what is happening right now. The Dragons have been dominant in these games. But I can't get too, you know, Rhino, we can't get too ahead of ourselves because there's still 3:15 left to go. So it's a lot of Rocket League.
That is a lot of Rocket League. Yes, we have not even had half the game just yet, but here we go. Senpai is going to try and get this one back onto level terms. He whiffs it though. Kamikaze again.
My God.
Everything that can go wrong for the Griffins right now is that Murphy's Law? It's some description of law, and it's taking effect right now.
Oh my goodness! And this could be another goal from Kamikaze. Good save though. I can't believe what I'm watching right now. No. Kamikaze definitely showed up to play in this one.
I cannot stress enough how this man has not played a game this season. He is on 130 ping, and he is playing like he's on LAN with freaking Team Vitality, right? Like, I don't understand where this guy's mental is, and if they are able to see this out and get this win, I cannot wait to speak to him about it later. But there is a lot of Rocket League to be played until that point, and if the Griffins have something to say about it, then this game is not over yet. Senpai gets another demo, but Kamikaze is through, and he just plays it over the top of him. That looked as easy as you like, KJ.
Oh my gosh. Kamikaze definitely singing the tunes, I'm coming out. I want the world to know. I mean, my goodness. It is not, and you know, it's sort of refreshing for a lot of these teams that, you know, we're really worried about the Griffins. They now know, you know, okay, they can be scored on. We can do stuff against them.
Absolutely. And the big thing with the Dragons today is they haven't been bullied. They haven't been, you know, really taken aback by the attacking style of the Griffins, and they've played it against them perfectly. As Kimono now trying to bring this one forwards, he's through on net. Omen just about gets that save, but Kamikaze there to finish his dinner. It's 5-0, KJ. I'm lost for words.
Kamikaze with a hat trick. Holy smokes, get your hats off and start throwing them onto the field. That man has a hat trick. Wow!
Let me
What an
cover something.
incredible game.
I am a caster. I am not speechless just yet, but we're getting there. Senpai is able to get a goal back. 4 in 1 minute 18. Crazier things have happened, but with the way the Griffins are playing right now, it would be super crazy.
I mean, yeah, it is nice to see a little bit of life in the Griffins, especially in this game, because this is a must-win game to send us to Game 4 for them. And you know, to see that little bit of life, but the Dragons have just been all over this ball, and they are, like you said, they are not letting the aggressive play style of the Griffins affect them too much.
Oh, in fact, Kamikaze going for a little bit of a demo play there on his own, but he misses that one. Kamino was able to play it over Open though. This is a statement, isn't it, KJ?
I honestly think it is, and I think it's a statement from the Dragons, who ended up losing their first week of play. I think they want that week back, and they're here to play this game.
Senpai's AFK. Senpai is AFK, and if you listen closely, KJ, you can hear samba music playing in the background. I feel like I'm on a beach with a lovely palm tree in the corner. We are in Brazil, ladies and gentlemen, and that's it.
Are you speechless yet?
Yeah, that's it. We're not in Brazil anymore. Omen, no. Oh.
But hold the phone.
Okay, I'm holding the phone.
There is another place where they say "Ole!"
Oh yeah.
So we could go there.
We could go there as well. We will see if we do. Senpai still AFK. Kamikaze trying to bring this one forward. Could have probably scored there if he wanted, but didn't. Omen playing this one 2v1 and
I don't know what is going on.
He knows he's on stream, right?
I certainly hope so, because
he knows the FDL can see what's happening here. Omen trying to do his best to save face for the Griffins, but there's not much of it to save at the minute as Omen doing it all to keep the scoreline at 7-2, which admittedly is still not a great scoreline if you're a Griffins fan, and that's it. That's it. The Dragons win. 7-2.
And
There's
going to be a hard conversation after all this, I believe. That is
Okay, hang on. We have some information in chat, which I don't know if it's true or not, so I'm not going to say it. But if it is true, I hope that's not what we've seen here today. I really do. What's happening in chat right now is what we've seen. We're definitely not going to have an interview. Let's put it that way, KJ.
okay.
Let's put it that way. But for now, the Dragons have won this game 3-0, and they looked great while doing it, didn't they?
Yeah, they absolutely did. I mean, they really put on a hard and heavy performance for all of us. It's just, unfortunate that things went the way that they did. And we'll definitely have to see what all's going on, because I don't even know. I don't have the stream up or anything. Hopefully, it's nothing too serious, but we will definitely find out. But well played by both teams at the same time.
Yeah, we can confirm that staff are currently in a VC discussing the situation. So we will get back to you on that one, and it may be KJ that this game needs to be replayed. That's all I'm going to say. But for now, the Dragons take this game 3-0. Anything you want to say before we sign off?
I I think it would probably be a good idea for me not to say anything right
Mm,
now, just in case this game needs to be played over.
I think that's probably a good idea. We are going to sign off there. We do have a game coming for you at the top of the hour at 9 o'clock. I am not 100% sure what game that is. I know I will be here for it. So stay tuned for that one. But for now, for myself and for KJ, see you very soon, FDL. Hello, Frontier Doubles League. Again, it is your boy RonaBoy11. This time on the solo cast, I have lost my friend KJ, but it does not matter because we have an incredible game coming up for you in Adept League. This one will be the Owls taking on the Penguins. These are two winless teams in Adept League this season so far. Will be interesting to see whose O is going to go. It will be Shoddy Driver and Lewis from the Owls taking on Loop City and Jade from the Penguins. We are going to get this one underway as soon as we possibly can. Do not worry if you miss KJ. He should be back for the 10 o'clock game, so you have that to look forward to. But for now, you're stuck with me, and you're just going to have to deal with that. So here we go as the Owls taking on the Penguins in Adept League. As I said, both winless teams, so both really wanting to come out of the blocks this week and get that first win of the season. Is going to be an interesting one. Loop and Jade, as far as I know, haven't played together just yet in the season as a whole. But Lewis and Shoddy Driver have been absolutely demolishing it in the league this season so far. Well, they've been playing together quite a lot, so we will see how this one goes as Lewis goes for the kickoff against Loop City, and the Penguins actually just about win that one out. Shoddy Driver is going to be able to bring this one forwards to get some early pressure for the Owls, and he's now going to be able to get the demo onto Loop City, trying to get this one back towards his teammate in Lewis, but he's not going to be able to make that one stick. A great bump from Jade, and Loop is going to be able to send that one forwards. He finds the top right-hand corner, and the Penguins take an early lead in this one after a very, very nice little bump play coming out from Jade. Loop City being able to find the top right-hand corner. Penguins take the early advantage. Still a long way to go in this one, though, as it will be Jade taking on Lewis as Lewis wins this one out. Going to get some more pressure for the Owls as we saw in that first round. Great pass coming through to Jade there. She tries to find the bottom left-hand corner and Lewis converts into his own net. Wowie poggers indeed as Jade is able to find the net. That one didn't actually look like it was going in, but Lewis hits it against his teammates. Some miscommunications. And all of a sudden, the Penguins are 2-0 up. Loop City able to win that one in the midfield. Going to try and get this one back into the middle. Jade's going to be right behind him, though, to try and convert. But Lewis is up onto the wall. Loop City trying to bring this one forwards. He shall be known as Loop from now on because I cannot remember to say his full name. Jade looking for the right-hand post. Not quite going to be able to find it. Shoddy Driver going to try and take it round the Penguins defense, not quite going to be able to do so, but Lewis is going to try and find his way into the net there, trying to get the double tap, but Loop is not having any of that. Shoddy Driver gets it back into the middle. Can Jade make this save? She can't. Lewis is there to convert, and all of a sudden they have halved the deficit. It's 2-1 in favour of the Penguins, but that was a lovely goal from the Owls. Good teamwork. Jade unfortunately not able to find the save. Here we go then, Jade against Lewis. Jade wins this one out just about as it goes over to the side. She picks up a boost, but Shoddy Driver is going to be the one to hit the ball. Jade in the corner, not able to find anything. Shoddy Driver sends that one across the face of goal, but Lewis is way back on the halfway line, so he's not going to be able to help out. And now the Penguins can try and convert this one on their own. A nice little bump play, though, coming up from Shoddy Driver to make sure that Jade didn't have an easy tap-in the middle of the park. And now it's the Owls with some pressure of their own. Lewis trying to find the flip there, not quite going to be able to, and Jade going to try and bring this one forward. Forced to go a little bit faster than she wanted to by Lewis, and Lewis now going to try and bring this one away in the corner. Loop going to try and stop that from happening. He is able to, but Jade's a little bit too far back, can't convert, and the pinch coming out from the Owls sends this one into the middle of the park. Lewis going to try and convert this one, gets up for the aerial, is able to hit it. Jade going to hit this one away though, over on the right hand side, and this is some sustained pressure now coming out from the Owls. They are not going to sustain it for very long though, as Jade comes back down the other end. Shoddy Driver is able to hit that, maybe not as true a connection as he wanted. Jade putting herself about there, and Lewis though is going to be able to bring this one away for the Owls. Almost getting a goal there, but the Penguins defense stood strong. Lewis trying to put himself about. Loop is going to be able to bring this one away though, trying to get past Shoddy Driver, is going to not quite win that 50. and the Owls are going to keep the ball in the Penguins' half until Luke finds the pass right the way down the other end to Jade, who can't quite get on the end of it. Can Luke get up for the... Oh, Luke can get up for the area. He finds the shot coming off the side. Brilliant from him. Lovely pass from Jade. I'm sure she intended that. And Charlie Driver can't do anything about that. And the Penguins take the lead pretty much on the half. 3, 2, 1. Luke trying to get past Shotty Driver, but Shotty Driver is not having any of it. They need to start getting back into this game now if there is going to be a comeback for the Owls, and Lewis is looking to do just that. Beats Jade, trying to find his teammate in the middle, but Shotty Driver is a bit further back. He's going to be able to get the top over Jade, but not quite going to be able to convert. Misses wide left. Loop City needs to be able to save this one. He does! What a save! Shotty Driver trying to convert. It hits the crossbar. I don't quite understand how the Owls haven't scored in that little goalmouth scramble, but they have not, and the Penguins breathe a sigh of relief as Jade brings this one away, trying to get up for the aerial. Not going to do it. Loop, though, is able to find the side and bring this one away. Alleviate some pressure that the Penguins were under. Jade went for that 50. If she'd missed that, it would have been serious trouble, but Shotty Driver is going to be able to bring this one away nonetheless, but the Penguins are back in a defensive position. Loop wins that 50 out, but Lewis is going to be there to keep the pressure on. Tries to play it into the corner. Is able to do so. He sets it up for himself. Can he find the aerial? He can. He just hits the crossbar again. They just can't get it to drop for them, and the Penguins are able to bring this one over to the side of the Owls. Shoddy Driver needs to try and get on the end of this one. He is. He can't send it goalwards, though. Jade trying to get towards that ball, but Lewis is going to bring it down in the Penguins' half. Luke misses that. Can they capitalize now? They can't quite. But Shotty Driver is able to get that demo. Now, can Lewis beat Jade in the 1v1? He gets it over her. Loop is there just after getting demoed. He is back from the dead to save the Penguins' goal once again. Shotty Driver gets bumped by Jade, and Loop is able to send that one away. 40 seconds on the clock. The Owls need something, and they need it now. Lewis trying to bring this one over to the side of the Penguins. He's able to do so. It's 2v1 if they can make it work for them. Shotty Driver aiming for goal. He misses wide on the top left. Lewis needs to be able to convert this one, and is able to, into the middle of the goal. 30 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen. 30 seconds on the clock for the Owls to take us to overtime. 3-2 currently to the Penguins. Who is going to get this first win of the series? Jade trying to beat Lewis, not quite going to be able to do. Lewis needs to try and get it over the top of Luke, but Luke brings it forwards. It's a double commit coming out from the Owls. Have they committed too far? Luke goes for the goal. He misses, and it's a demo. Shotty Driver can go up the other end of the pitch. Oh, but he forgets to take the ball. 15 seconds on the clock. Luke is back in a defensive position. Shotty trying to get it over the top. Lewis demo in the middle. Gets the goal right into the middle of the goal. Luke couldn't do anything about it. Jade couldn't do anything about it. We have a tied ball game with 9 seconds on the clock. I don't quite understand what I'm seeing, but let's see if someone can snatch a winner before OT ticks. Jade trying to win it over Lewis, not going to be able to. Luke now trying to put this one over towards the Owls side, maybe plant some seeds of doubt in their mind. Luke goes for the shot. Shotty Driver with the save, and the first game of the series goes to overtime. Shotty Driver versus Luke to try and win the ball. Luke is able to, and Jade tries to send this one up and over. Lewis, though, prevents this one from getting into the corner. Luke with the 50 win, though, is able to keep the pressure on the Owls, but Lewis can bring this one away now. Jade gets up and does have a nice shot with that one, but Lewis gets the demo. Absolutely takes Luke out of the server. Can he get the 1v1 against Jade? He does. Can he get the 1v1 against Luke? He can! Lewis beats 2, finds his way to goal, and the turnaround is complete. The Owls take your first game of the series. Lewis with 0 chill, which is exactly what the Penguins do not want to see. Absolutely unreal from him to finish off that game. 4-3 in overtime. Lewis absolutely having a game. 8-4-8 on the score. 4 goals from 8 shots. That is pretty good going if you ask me. But having said that, the Penguins came to play. Penguins were 3-1 up for quite a lot of the game with not long left of the game. So they are able to find a little bit more consistency. heading into the next game, then maybe, just maybe, this series has some legs to it. I would like to see that, but they are going to need a little bit more composure in that final minute or so. As for now, we are going to get the players back in, and we are going to get game 2 of potentially 5 underway as the players are back in the server for game number 2. The first one went to the Owls after a back and forth game, went to overtime, and Lewis absolutely schooled the Penguins to get the goal they were looking for. Jade trying to find her teammate. Loop is up for that and does win the 50, but he does lose his life as the Owls are going to try and get this one away. Jade looking for the shot, not quite going to be able to get as much power on it as she wanted. And Lewis tries to bring that one away, tries to fake out Loop a little bit. Loop goes for the ambitious acute angle, not quite able to find it on that one. And Lewis is able to bring this one away, but Jade should have the boost and the pace to get back in time. Jolly Driver not quite able to do anything about that. Loop, though, is going to try and get some good pressure for the Penguins, and he is able to do so. Shoddy Driver's got to deal with this. He doesn't hit it very far, and Loop can get back control of this ball now if he wants to. But Shoddy Driver isn't going to let him and plays it over the top of him in the corner, but Jade is back. Nice demo from Loop to prevent the Owls from really going too far forwards in this attack, or they could just completely tell me that I'm wrong. They are not going to on this occasion as Luke brings this one back forwards, looking for a little bit of a centre. Jade is going to get up for this one. She's not going to be able to find it over the top of Shoddy Driver though. And it's 2v1 for the Owls if they can find it. They're not quite going to be able to. Nice pinch coming out from Shoddy Driver to find the middle of the park. Lewis is able to get on the end of it. Luke, with a great save, is able to prevent the first goal of the game going in. And Jade now trying to get on the end of that one. Jade and Lewis both whiff. Shoddy Driver goes for the middle of the goal, and Luke doesn't have the boost to get the save. Oh, it's a long one. It's a minute 30 for the goal, but in the end, Shoddy Driver does convert straight into the middle of the net. Luke is not able to get back, and we are suddenly in a situation where the Owls have the lead. Shoddy Driver going up against Luke is not quite going to be able to win that one. Oh, Jade was looking for the play there, trying to get the aerial, not quite able to get the second touch that she wanted. But now she's going to be able to get in front of Lewis so he doesn't get the nice shot away on midfield. And now Luke trying to do his best on defense, and they're going to try and pinch it between them. Do get some nice power. Luke's going to be able to get on the end of this, but he's not going to be able to send it towards goal, and Shoddy Driver's going to try and convert this one now. He tries to get the angle on it, not quite able to. It's a bit of a double commit coming out from the Penguins, but when you're on defense, that is not the worst thing in the world. And the Owls are going to try and mount another attack. Lewis absolutely taking Luke out of the server once again. Shoddy Driver trying to beat him in the air, not going to be able to do so. Jade does whiff that though, and Lewis has an opportunity here. Does play it over the top of Luke, trying to play it around Jade, but Jade has the wherewithal to get the ball and play it over the top, looking for the goal, but she is muscled out by Lewis, who makes sure that she can't get the second touch from Shoddy Driver's save. And now they can go back the other end. Shoddy Driver beats Luke. Can he get the second? He does! Jade isn't going to try and block it early. She tries to go for the save late. Shoddy Driver taking it round one, sending it into the middle of the goal, and Jade did not quite have the read. The Owls go 2-0 up. Now Jade against Lewis in the middle of the park. Luke needs to get on the end of this and is able to, trying to play it over Shoddy Driver, but Shoddy Driver says no, shuts the door on that one. And the Owls now trying to win this one. Jade and Lewis both go flying over that ball, and that one's actually going in, but Luke is turned on enough that he can see that one out. Shoddy Driver trying to do something here, tee up for his teammate. Luke is able to win that 50. Jade going to go for that 50 as well. She's been faked out a little bit by Shoddy Driver, a little bit of a wily play from the Owls man, and the Owls are able to bring this one away. Looking for the top of the goal, comes off the backboard. Lewis with a double hit. Hello, he's come to play. 3-0. That is a bit disgusting from Lewis there, straight into the middle of the goal, but no read coming out from the Penguins, and you don't see them too often. Luke against Shoddy Driver. I'm not sure who got the better of that one, but Lewis is going to be able to bring this one away. Luke needs to find his bearings and do it quickly because Shotty Driver's bearing down on the ball, and the Penguins are able to get some control. Luke trying to find this one into the middle, but Lewis is going to be there with the read. Nicely sent into the corner. Shotty Driver to bring this one all the way away and start the Owls pressure now. Shotty Driver trying to get this one into the middle for his teammate. Lewis is there, but Luke, no, it was Jade who got the save right on the line. Good work from her to try and prevent this scoreline from getting any worse for the Penguins, but she is not able to do anything about that one. Oh my goodness, a lovely flick from Shotty Driver now as he gets the dribble and then the flick over the top of Jade. Luke can't do anything about it. Flies into the top left hand corner. It's 4-0 in favour of the Owls right now. Lewis trying to compile the misery onto the Penguins now as he sends this one up. Shotty Driver now looking for this. He is able to get on the end of it, but misses wide right of the goal. Jade is able to bring this one away. Owls trying to sustain pressure, but they're not quite able to do so. Luke trying to get on the end of this, trying to get maybe a consolation goal for his team. He's trying for a bump play of his own, but all the meantime, his teammate is getting demolished in the midfield. So he had absolutely no one to capitalize on the play that he made. And now Jade trying to push forwards and get this goal. Luke now trying to do something. Not Shotty Driver's going to completely whiff that, but Lewis is back in goal, trying to get this one back towards the Penguins net, but Luke isn't having any of it. He's going to try and keep as much control as he possibly can, and this ball has stayed in the Owls territory for quite a long time now, and it continues to do so. Luke winning his 50s, winning the pressure, but not able to convert into a shot on goal just yet. Jade trying to get this one away, not quite able to do so. Lewis is up in the midfield. Oh my goodness. That would have been some icing on cake right there, as the Owls take the second game in a much more convincing fashion than the first. 4-0. Another brilliant performance from Lewis, but the man of the match in that one was Shotty Driver, showing up in that one saying, hey, I'm not getting carried out here, okay? It's not happening. He is out here and he is here to play. So, to recap, the Owls are now 2-0 up in the series. If they win this next game, then they win the series 3-0 and they have their first win of the season. They are currently 0-2. Conversely, we are looking for what is known in the industry as a reverse sweep, okay? Luke and Jade now need to win all 3 of the next 3 games if they have any hope of winning this series. That is the situation that we are in right now. One more win in the next 3 games is going to secure the Owls their dub. It's gonna be tough though. The Penguins absolutely have shown that they have a lot to go. They have a lot to give in this game. They really, really do. And although they didn't score in that last game, they definitely showed that they can put the pressure on and they can absolutely mix it with this Owls team. Shore up that defense a little bit, be a bit more clinical in offense, and there could be a game on our hands. As for now, Jade trying to get this one away, trying to get it past Lewis, does win that 50, but Shotty Driver is back to be able to push this one back towards the Penguins territory. Is not able to do so, and now the Owls continue to pile on the pressure. Lewis trying to find that one in the middle, actually going for a bit of a bump play on Jade, but not going to work. Shotty Driver misses that one and Jade might be able to capitalize. Lewis gets that one back into the middle. Loop is going to be there, needs to get this one on target, misses high and right as the Penguins now look to regroup. Jade back to Luke, trying to get this one back into the middle of the field. Not quite going to be able to do so, but Jade is going to keep this one in Owls territory only just as Lewis brings this one away into the right hand corner. Trying to read that one off the corner. Loop is going to get there just before him. And now Shotty Driver though is going to be able to win it on halfway. Jade needs to be able to get this 50 and is able to. Lewis is up for this, but he's not going to be able to get it towards goal, and now the Penguins can attack. Luke trying to get this one back into the middle, trying to get it over the top of Shotty Driver to start with. Not going to be able to get past the first hurdle. Luke now trying to run back and get some boost. He is lacking a little bit. Shotty Driver now trying to be shepherded out by Jay. Shotty Driver does manage to get it into the middle of the net, but Lewis is pushed far back into his own half to not quite be able to capitalize on that one. Trying to assert dominance of both teams in this one. Shoddy Driver now trying to do just that. Finds the aerial into the right-hand post just as I'm struggling for things to talk about. Shoddy Driver delivers. And he fires the ball into the right-hand post. Lovely stuff from him. And the Owls take an early advantage. 3 minutes 23 on the clock for the Penguins. And there is still a lot to be said about this game, I think. Luke trying to get that one over the top of Shoddy Driver, but that one looks like it might be destined for the net. Not quite. Jade is up for that one, though. Nice defense from her. Lewis trying to set himself up, going for the aerial. Lovely little ballerina moves in the air, but not quite going to be able to find that right post like he was hoping for. Now he's going to try it again, but Jade's going to read that one and send it into the middle for Luke to be able to clear. Luke coming down the left-hand side, looking to get it over the top of Shoddy Driver. Is able to, but it comes off the post, and Shoddy Driver is going to see that one out every single day of the week. Now, the Owls coming forward with malice. Lewis trying to get the bump. He's not able to do so, but he causes just enough damage to Luke to get him off his game. Shoddy Driver goes for the shot. Jade doesn't have the boost to be able to save it, and all of a sudden there's a 2-goal advantage for the Owls. This could be the end of the series if the Penguins don't find something now, which they might be able to do from kickoff as Jade looks for the goal. She whiffs it. Oh, she whiffed it in the middle of the park, and now Shoddy Driver coming forwards trying to get the goal to convert off the back of that unfortunate mistake at the other end. Jade, though, is going to be able to repent. She will pay for her mistakes, sending the ball up the other end. A bit of a double commit coming out from the Owls. Jade just winning that 50 and ricocheting back towards the other end of the pitch, and we do have a game on our hands. 2 minutes 24 on the clock. It's 2-1 right now to the Owls. Some fun games being played in chat, and Luke trying to bring this one forward. Shoddy Driver does put a stop to that and keep the ball in Penguins territory. Jade is going to be able to win that one over the top of Shoddy Driver, though. A little bit of a double commit coming out from the Owls, but Lewis is going to be there to clean up in his own half. Shoddy Driver sending this one back towards Luke. Can he win it over the top of him? He can't. Luke sends that one towards goal. It hits the crossbar. Shoddy Driver getting the demo, and the Owls try and convert off this one now. Luke trying to get this one away from his goal as quickly as he possibly can. Jade does whip it. Oh, Shoddy Driver is able to convert off the back of that play. Unfortunate from Jade, she just couldn't get the read on this bounce as it came off the back, the trunk, if you will, of Loop City. And it's just a bit tough for her to be able to make the save. And that is unfortunately the way it goes sometimes, is the Owls take a 3-1 lead. Luke trying to bring this one back forwards, trying to get it over the top of Lewis. Not going to be able to, and the ball stays in the Penguins' territory at the moment. Shoddy Driver playing this one into the corner, trying to get it into the middle for his teammate, but Lewis is back on halfway. He can get it past both of them, then he might have had a chance to go through and score, but he wasn't able to. This is a Penguins double commit. They need to put everything into this now to save the series. Luke needed to save that, wasn't quite able to. Lewis flies over the top of everyone like Superman. And that's just tough. Luke with the unfortunate rolls there, not able to find it. Jade not able to get back in time. 4-1 to the Owls. Absolutely scenes here in our first couple of games of the FDL tonight. The first one, if you weren't here, ended 3-0. This one could be heading the same way if the Owls are able to maintain this scoreline or even improve upon it. Lewis trying to win this one over the top of Jade is just about able to. Shoddy Driver is going to keep the pressure on the Penguins. Lewis does just that as well, trying to play it off the side. That one looked like it might have been destined for the goal, but Lewis is going to make sure that it is. Luke is there with the save, though. Jade needs to bring this one away. Shoddy Driver can't get his shot on target, and now Luke is able to bring this one away. 40 seconds on the clock. 3 goals needed for the Penguins to keep this game in the balance, and Shoddy Driver is able to make the save with his teammate not there. Luke goes for the shot, though. The bump play from Jade was actually very, very nicely timed, and the Penguins do still have a say in this one. 32 seconds to score 2 goals. It is possible, folks. We saw something similar in game 1 for the Owls. Can the Penguins do something similar here? Jade taking on Lewis in the kickoff. Jade just about wins that one. Luke going for the aerial. That one's might be going into his own net from Lewis, not quite. He's going to be wiping some sweat off his brow for that one. 20 seconds. Luke needs to turn this one around, and he needs to do it now. Trying to play this one off the side. Is able to beat Shelly Driver. He thought he was going to go for it. He didn't actually end up, and he's not going to be able to find the aerial though. Lewis is able to bring this one away. 9 seconds. And I think this one might just about be done as Jade trying to just get this one back towards the Owls net, but they keep the pressure on the Penguins. That, ladies and gentlemen, is GG. It is done. Owls with the dub over the top of the Penguins. They get their first win of the season, hopefully looking for bigger and better things as it continues. What a game from the Owls, really showing that they have a lot of upside in this league, and there's a chance that they could start really upsetting some teams here. Shotty Driver again on that third game, going 3, getting that hat trick. 3 goals, score of 6-4-5, looking really good in all of the games today were the Owls. As for the Penguins, unfortunately, it is back to the drawing board. They are 0-3 on the season, and that's really tough as far as the Penguins go. They came in with a lot of hype. They came in with a lot of people really excited for them. But unfortunately, they've not been able to realize that just yet. But it is still early in the season, please remember. So 0-3 does not mean your season is over. Just listen to the Gators from, I think it was Star last season, who went 0-4, I think, and managed to bring it back to 6-4 and get through to the playoffs. So not over for the Penguins just yet if they're able to turn this one around. But let's stop talking about those for now, and let's instead start talking to the Owls as we bring them in to our VC. Hello, boys. How are we doing? Shoddy Driver, that was a pretty good game from you.
Thank you.
How do you feel? It's the first win of the season. I hate to bring that up because, you know, it's one of those things, but it was your first win of the season. Do you feel like this week you found it really clicking?
It's not so much clicking. I'm trying to drop out our lower ranked teams to get rid of the game so that we can finish the season off strong. Just so happened that tonight's game was 2 people I felt really confident against.
Absolutely. Lewis, you absolutely showed up in all 3 of those games, and it was really cool to see you take charge, really try and get as many goals. And I saw a few demos in there as well from both of you, not just Shoddy Driver. So, you know, do you feel confident in this team? Do you feel like you're starting to gel and the comms are good?
Yeah, I feel super confident with our team. I mean, me and Driver have played in other leagues together and stuff. So, and then we have our top Sal that I haven't even played a game with him yet. So we still have all our games together. So I feel really confident.
Absolutely good stuff. Driver, back to you. Before this game, I also hate to bring this up. You had a 25% win to loss ratio. You won 2 games, lost 8. That changes today. What was it about this week, other than being comfortable with the opponents, that really gave you the edge?
Honestly, we just played to our strengths instead of trying new things. Myself and Lewis, we have good chemistry with each other. As you saw, we had no problems passing to each other, and obviously Lewis likes shooting on net as he put it in our own net the first game there, and he said not to mention it, but I am anyway.
Wow.
I mentioned it. I definitely mentioned it. But you managed to turn that game around. Lewis, talk to me about that first game actually, because you were 3-1 down with, I think it was a minute, maybe a minute 20 to go. Were the comms still calm? Were you guys still confident that you could turn that game around?
Oh yeah, the whole time I was reassuring him that we were going to be okay. Like I felt really confident the whole time. I owned gold once, and one of their goals was like just unlucky. So I didn't really feel like we were being outplayed. So I felt confident we could do it.
Absolutely, and that absolutely shone through from both of you. I have to ask Driver, if there is anything you would like to say to the rest of your league, the Adept League, is there anything you would like to say?
Get ready because we've only got one more of our scene lineup to go, and then it's all A and B. So you better bring your A game against us.
Okay, and Lewis,
So-
anything you would like to say?
No, he pretty much covered it all.
The C lineup is on its way out. The A and Bs are on their way for the Owls. This is the turning point of their season, potentially. And it's absolutely great to hear that you guys are still super confident. We appreciate you joining us. Thank you so much for giving your insight. Any final thoughts?
No, all's good.
All is good for the Owls as they manage to get their first win of the season. Thank you so much, FDL community, for joining us. We really appreciate you watching these games. Without you, there is no league. So thank you so much for joining us here. For myself and Robot, who is our streamer today, we will see you in the next one. KJ is back with you at 10 o'clock. Oh, what have I missed? Penguins are rescheduling. There is no 10 o'clock match today, folks. If you were expecting KJ to be back, I have to apologize. I know I promised him earlier today. I know I said at the start of this game that he would be back. He is not going to be back tonight. There is no 10 o'clock game. So this is it for the Frontier Doubles League for tonight. I hope you enjoyed the games. I hope you enjoyed Twitch chat. Please continue to watch FDL over the course of the weekend. But for myself and Robot, it's been an absolute pleasure. We will see you tomorrow night for some more FDL action. See you then.